do not confuse your position. Don't confuse your position, right? Know who you are, know what you're doing. Well, really know what you're doing. Because what you're doing is not necessarily who you are, but know what you're doing. Darren, what are you talking about? Don't confuse your position, right? So right now, I filter everything through pimps and hoes. I've been watching a lot of pimping videos. We'll talk about that at some later time. I don't want to go into it right now. But it's pimps and hoes, and don't confuse your position. You a hoe. If you got a job, you a hoe. If you subcontracting, because you can't get the contract yourself, you a hoe. I mean, that's what it is. You a hoe. Darren, so are you saying you a hoe? Because, most pimps don't call themselves hoes. Well, I'm not a pimp. I'm not pimping. I told you we'll talk about that later, right? But in any event, yeah, I mean, I can't get the contract by myself. I got one van. I can't get the contracts with one van, right? If I go through laser ship, I'm delivering packages. Bitch better deliver my packages. If I'm working for a courier company and I'm delivering boxes, bitch better deliver my boxes. I mean, that's what it is. It's pimps up, hoes down, right? I don't confuse my position, right? I'm a hoe. That's what I'm doing right now. I don't like it pretty much. Don't like it at all. But I don't confuse my position because I can't get the contracts by myself. She went to the city to get Social Security. She had to get a pimp. She couldn't make it on her own. And so I need you to get the contracts. If I got to go through a courier company, you got the contracts. I don't. If you start a business and you hire me as an employee, I'm not there. You didn't create. Let's get something straight here. No one creates a business to give you a job. I create a business so I can make some money, right? That's why I create a business, so I can provide a service or a thing, and I can make some money for myself and my family, right? If I hire employees, I don't hire an employee to give you a job to perform a certain, I need you to perform a certain function. I mean, let's break it down. I hired you, an employee, or I got you a subcontractor so you can help me make some money. That's what it is. I didn't give you a job. I didn't do this for you, player. I did this for me, right? And sometimes you got to state the real obvious to people because people don't understand until you just break it down and put it in their face. I hired you to make me some money. That's why I hired you. That's why I brought you on. Not to give you a job. So that you can make me some money. That's what that is. That's what that's about. Do not confuse your position. Now, be a hoe until you can pimp up. And that should be your goal, to pimp up. But then some people don't want to be pimps. Some people don't want to own a business because it's not for everybody, right? And there's some hoes out there making good money, great money. There's $1 million hoes, there's $2 million hoes, there's $3 million hoes, and there's $7.50 an hour hoes. You don't want to be one of them hoes, right? That's why are you gonna sell yourself for cheap, right? So hoe up until you can pimp up. Or, if you're going to be a hoe and that's just going to be your position and that's the position you're going to play, then you got to be the best hoe that you can be and have all the skill sets to be a better hoe. But it's pimps up, hoes down, and oh man. Me, I got to hoe up. I got to hoe up until I can pimp up. That's the goal. Me, I got to pimp up. I got to get to a point where I can pimp up. And that's kind of what I wanted to do with Kennifer, to be honest with you. Buy her food truck. Go into business. Then while she builds that business and gets it solid, I got a CDL, right? Right? I'm just not in the truck. I got this damn van, right? And stay on the road to do whatever I needed to do to help make sure that she was all right while she built that business so she's not under a lot of stress. And then when that business gets to a certain point, that I can come off the road and get out the truck, and then it would be me and Kennifer operating this business, this food truck. And the beauty about a food truck as opposed to a restaurant is that truck could be anywhere, right? And at any time, you know, it's not like a brick and mortar place where people are expecting you to open up at 8 o'clock every time. You don't have to stay. You don't have to go to one place. So now, what you do for a living revolves around your life instead of your life revolving around what you do for a living, or how you make your money revolves around your life instead of your life revolving around how you make your money. Because you could take that food truck and get permits and go to another state, another city. There's so many things that you could do if you had that. Now, of course, that didn't work out. I couldn't do that with Kennifer, and it's real unfortunate, because it was basically something that she wanted to do that I thought was a good idea. And it's not the first time that I had that in my mind with people. I wanted to do it with another friend, not the food truck, but something else. And my problems is I keep trying to bring people on, or not bring people on, but go into partnership with people that probably because basically I'm scared to do it by myself, and I don't really know how to do it by myself. And then there's some skills that I lack that those people have that I know I don't have, and they would better interface with the public than I would. Kennifer would better interface with the public. Casey would better interface with the public than I would. But there's things that I can do better than them. I could watch the details better than them. I can manage the money better than them. Not that they're poor money managers. I don't really know anything about that, but I know I would watch it a lot closer than probably they would. I mean, that's just my opinion on it. I'd be better in the background with the details than I would be in the forefront dealing with the customers and everything else like that. Yeah. So anyway, don't confuse your position. It's pimps and hoes, and you a hoe until you could pimp up and pimp yourself. Not unless you were lucky enough and you never had to do a thing. You never had a 9 to 5. You never had to go to work for anybody. Your parents supported you, and you started doing this stuff when you were a kid or in college or something like that, and you just never had to have a job. And then, then you would be kind of successful. So it's pimps and hoes. Don't confuse your position.